I can't go down anymore. But you know, like he say, you know, when they ask him for the Germonta fight, they don't gonna get credit for that fight. It's the same for me. I don't need to take that fight because then everybody's gonna say it's too small, it's too small, it's too small, and then, you know, he need to enjoy his fight.
Okay,
He deserve it. He deserve it.
What do you think of Canelo?
All right, guys, thank you very much. You got to
You
move.
said you can't move down to 58, but is there a certain weight that you would fight Crawford at?
Yeah, 160. But like I say, like he say, nobody's gonna give me credit for
Guys,
that.
thank you very much.
Right.
Boom, just like that. Canelo payday. You want payday? I know that. He proves the boy Boxingego right. Ego is right again. Ego Stradamus strikes again. He responds to Terence Crawford and his catchweight call out. Find out what Payday Alvarez had to say right here in this video. Fight World, it's your boy Ego, and I am back with some more boxing. God dang, I'm good. So Canelo Alvarez and Jermell Charlo, they did their first ever press conference. And I'll make a separate video about that, but I want to focus on something that Canelo said immediately after in a media scrum when the concept or the question of Terence Crawford's call out at a catchweight came up. So he was in the media scrum. You guys heard the clip at the beginning, and he explained that he is not going to go down to fight Crawford if Crawford really wants to fight him, which he kind of feels doesn't make sense because people will say he's too small, but he said he would have to come up to 168. Let's get into what he said exactly. Quote, I can't go down anymore. And he even laughed when Canelo said it. He laughed. Like when Terence Crawford says, people ask him about a fight with Gervonta Tank Davis, it's the same for me. Everybody's going to say he's too small. Nobody's going to give me credit for that. And as you guys heard at the beginning, a follow-up question from another reporter basically was saying, hey, you can't go down in weight, but would you be willing to fight Crawford at any weight? And he says, yeah, at 168. Boom. This is literally exactly what I told you. And Crawford's done a great job promoting himself in this since he's been with PBC and since he's fought Errol Spence. He's making his rounds, Earn Your Leisure, Sway, and he's done these different Hot 97 interviews pre and post fight. So respects to him for that, because that's something that he was criticized for, not necessarily making his rounds as a celebrity. But that being said, I told you so. I literally made several videos and talked about this. That's why people are now sending me messages on Instagram who've seen this, on Twitter, and they're like, hey, Ego, you were right. And I know I'm right. I told you Canelo Alvarez, he's the A side. If he were to fight Crawford, he would be the A side. He has like 60 fights roughly, and he's just done more in terms of like the popularity and the butts and seats. He's sold better. I mean, even his undisputed fight with Caleb Plant outsold the Errol Spence and Terence Crawford fight, which was also for undisputed. And it was a fight that a lot of people expected. So it just shows you that his drawing power is on another level, right? So I made videos. I talked about this. Crawford saying he would fight against Canelo literally was a pipe dream at the weight he was requesting. And now Canelo literally said everything like verbatim that I said. He says, if you want to fight me, fight at 168. He says, I can't go down anymore. And that's not happening. I'm not making 158. I'm not making 160. So Crawford pitched this on, again, like podcasts and shows and radio shows, because they don't necessarily know enough about boxing to correct it or say like, hey, that doesn't really make sense. You know Canelo's not going to do it. But your boy Ego told you that. And now I've been proven right. Very confident. You know how Canelo moves. Look at it. Charlo, too, is undisputed at a higher weight class, 154, and he's still making Jermell Charlo, that we just had a press conference for today, he's making him move up 14 pounds. So Jermell Charlo has the same thing that Crawford now has in terms of being undisputed in one division right now. Crawford's undisputed in a lighter division. He's not going to make the concession as A side, nor do I think it really makes sense. It doesn't make sense if you've you done 60 fights, you done million plus homes before, you fought Floyd Mayweather, all these things. You've set Las Vegas gate records with Golovkin and things like that. You did better numbers in your undisputed fight with Caleb Plant, all these things, right? And then do like Errol Spence did and just kind of give it all away to make a fight. Canelo Alvarez has never moved like that, nor do I believe he would move like that. It doesn't make sense to earn your spot and earn your keep and then give in because somebody wants to fight you and put yourself at a disadvantage. And that's why the statements from Crawford seem kind of weird to me, because looking up, he did this, and looking down, he did this. You got an A side in Gervonta Davis, who people are saying is the new face of boxing. And he's done 1 million homes now in his fight with Ryan Garcia. He's done pay-per-view sales and better butts and seats and stuff outside of his home of Baltimore than Crawford outside of Omaha, right? And he's telling Tank Davis, hey, you want to fight me? Come all the way up to 147. So move up 12 pounds. But then he's putting out, hey, I'll fight Canelo, but Canelo has to drop down for me. It's just, it doesn't make any sense at all. And I'm glad Canelo spoke on it and proved ego to be the dawn of boxing talk and 100% accurate. I told you Canelo was not going to go for that. He's not going to give no opponent that's a B-side any type of weight advantage. Nor, I don't know if Canelo he's fought at 75 2 times. I don't even know at this age, at 33, if he can even make weight. And I remember the great Andre Ward. I was at his media day for the Kovalev fight, and it was the second Kovalev fight, I want to say. And I was in his gym, and a reporter was asking Andre Ward, hey, what about Golovkin? Is that still on the table? And Andre Ward, I'm just going to paraphrase, but he basically said, been there, done that. I called him out. I called him Little G. I said I would fight him, and he's at 160. And they're like, oh, would you go back down to fight him or fight him at a catchweight? And he was like, I'm at 175 now. Why would I look backwards and or go back down in weight? That's, you know, that likely that ship has sailed. When I was at 68 and he was at 60 and he didn't want to fight, you know, now that I'm at 75, it makes no sense. And Andre Ward probably would have been around in the second Kovalev fight. He probably would have been right around Canelo's age, you know, give or take a year or so. And he was just saying to the reporter, why would I be looking down at a guy like Golovkin at this point when I'm all the way at 175? That's not smart for your body to just come down in weight, especially late in your career. It would just like, why would I give? So basically what Andre Ward was saying is like, why would I give Golovkin a weight advantage and I got to kill myself to make weight and could be a zombie on scale, and he's moving up in weight, so he might feel good and feel a little bit fresher or more spark. It just doesn't make sense. And that's the same thing with Canelo. So I'm glad that this is put to bed and I was proven right. I told you I'm the best in the business and it's not even close. And I'm out.